What's the crack, you fluffy trash pandas? So today we're going to talk about Liverpool versus Burnley, or Burnley versus Liverpool. Game that happened yesterday. Pretty good game. Got to win again, 3-0. Just want to say 2 of my predictions from the last video almost came true. One of them being a 2-0 win. Fortunately, it was 3-0. Still good enough. And second was man of the match. I predicted Bobby Firmino to be man of the match. Turns out I was right. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my player ratings as how I looked at and how I rated the players in that game. And then we'll go over some stats of the game that I have here in front of me. So as I give out my stats and how I rated the players in that game from yesterday's game, I also want to hear your opinions on like what rating you would have gave the players. So I want to hear your player ratings. And this isn't going to include subs. This is just going to be the starting 11. So I don't really think you can, rate a player that literally came on for 5 minutes. So first off, we have Adrian. Now, since Adrian's come into the team because of Alisson being injured, he's actually done a pretty awesome job. Apart from the Southampton game, giving away that odd, that goal, that Ings goal, he kicked it up against them. Apart from that, he's been quite decent and solid in goal. Apart from his distribution, that's probably been the downfall of his game. His kicking's not too good. It's not on Alisson. It's not on par with Alisson. Apart from that, though, shot stopping and his reactions have been good. There was a point in the game, although he was offside, and then at a point in the game he did make a nice save against Jay Rodriguez. He kind of dived on the floor, kind of put him off, and then he shot. Then he put his hand up and managed to get onto it. Like he's been pretty good in goal. Like since Alisson's been out, I'm kind of happy that we got him when we did, because I don't think I'd feel as comfortable having Mignolet in goal. As much as I liked Mignolet when we had him, I just don't think I think he's made too many mistakes at Liverpool. So Adrian gets a 7. Give Adrian a 7 for that game for a few good saves that he did make. Next, we'll move on to Trent. I give Trent, a 7, or I'll give him an 8. He's been pretty solid all season so far. I know it's only been like 4 games. I'm going to give him an 8. I think he has an assist in every game so far this season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he has an assist. I know that the own goal that was scored counted as an assist, so I guess that we'll give him that again. So we'll give him an 8. Pretty solid going forward, solid going back. Although did seem like he was maybe pushed up too much this game, and in all fairness, he is quite quick, so he has the ability to track back if he can just get caught out. So I'll give him an 8. Then we move on to Big Joe Matip. Oh, I'm very impressed with this man this season. No, I was kind of thinking that the season was going to start off with Joe Gomez as centre back, pairing with Virgil van Dijk, but Matip's actually shown that he still has it. I know he's quite old, but still, he has the experience. He played in Germany, so he has the physicality as well. And, don't know if anyone else knows, like, he loves going on the Daniel Agger-esque runs just through the field, through the middle of the pitch, which is quite good to see. So, although he does look quite awkward on the ball, but I think that's just because he's like 6'5" and he's quite thin compared to like Van Dijk. Van Dijk's like 6'4", is he? I think he's 6'4", but he's kind of built, so he doesn't look as awkward. It's just Joel's like a gazelle, just run through the midfield. So give him an 8. Also, I don't really need to say much about the next man, Van Dijk. I mean, his actions speak louder than words, so I give him an 8 as well. Although he didn't really do as much as Joel did. He kind of just sat back and cleared up everything that needed to clear up, winning everything in the air. If you have, like, Burnley are a very difficult team to play. Woods and Barnes, 2 good players in the air. Every time we play them, they always give us a hard game because they sit back, they're really compact and defensive, and then they just launch long balls. And usually those 2 are very good in the air, but they're actually handled quite nicely today by Joel and Van Dijk. So give Van Dijk an 8 as well. Andy Robertson. What can I say about Andy Robertson? He didn't do too much this game, although he was getting up and down the field, got a few crosses in. His touch was a bit off. There was a few times where the ball was switched across to him, and his first touch wasn't really that good. But apart from that, didn't really do much, good or bad. So, I'd kind of give him because he did get a few crosses in and things like that. I'll give him a 7. Then I'll move on to Fabinho. Fabinho again, solid, a rock in the midfield. Clears everything up. He's everywhere on the pitch. You know, I think if he's out of the team, I don't think there's anybody in that team can do his job the way he does it. Very good with the ball, very good on the ball, very good at passing, quite good in the air. Like he's won a few headers, and he's pretty solid all round. And didn't put a foot wrong this game. No even wild tackles really either. So, you know, I'll give him an 8 for just being solid in that midfield. Same with Henderson. Henderson solid again. Henderson getting up and down the field. So I'll give Henderson an 8 as well. So I'll give Fabinho an 8, and then I'll move on to Henderson. Give Henderson an 8 as well. Mainly because he actually worked his socks off. A few good little 1-2 touches, especially the one with Salah. Salah passed it off. That first time pass. Only if he had a better touch, that possibly could have been a really, really, really nice goal. But, you know, apart from that, got a few crosses in. Henderson pushed forward a lot. Won a good few tackles. So, you know, put himself around the pitch today. I'll give him an 8 as well. Then Gini, I'll go with a 7. Again, like Robertson, didn't really do too much good, but didn't do anything bad. You know, I kind of weighed up that he did more good than he did bad. Although he didn't really do anything bad, so, you know, I'm just giving him a 7 because he did have a solid game. He was above average this game, but also didn't put a foot wrong. So I'll give him a 7. This might be a controversial one considering, you know, he's pretty much one of our main players, which is Mohamed Salah. I'm giving him a 7, mainly because, and you may correct me or you may have a different opinion, he's been quite greedy as of late. And that shows yesterday when Mane came off. Obviously, don't think I've ever seen Mane act the way he did when he came off the pitch. I was quite angry because Salah didn't square the ball to him. Mane could have had a second goal. Salah didn't pass it. Got quite greedy. And he has been greedy since that amazing season he had. Yeah, last season he was quite greedy. Sometimes he was shooting when he could have passed it. But that's just Mohamed Salah. I guess we have him to score the goals as well as Mane. But again, it's a team. If you have a better option where you can square the ball and your teammate gets the goal, do that. So, I'm going to give Mohamed Salah a 7. Sadio Mane. Since he has come back from the African Cup of Nations, I would have thought, you know, probably wouldn't be starting as many games, you know, coming into the season. But so far, he's been one of our pretty much our best player. I'd say second best player behind the man I'm going to talk about next. But scoring goals, he's running around like a lunatic, closing everything down, running forward, trying to win everything. Scored another goal again today. First time shot. It's not like really first time shot, but it was. But I mean, it's not like he buried it. It's just a nice placed goal right to the bottom corner. And Nick Pope isn't the worst goalkeeper. I mean, I'd say Nick Pope would be up there for, like, you know, England's number one goalkeeper. He is a quality goalkeeper. I'm surprised nobody's bought him yet. But Mane managed to slide one past him. Gonna go ahead and give Sadio Mane an 8. And like I said last video, Roberto Firmino, Bobby Firmino, he gets a 9 just because he's just been immense for us this season so far. Everything goes through him. It's literally like he plays like a false 9. As Mane and Salah on each side of him, he kind of drops back into that cam, you know, that centre attacking mid position, picks up the ball and tries to, you know, play them in or wherever it may be, and then all of a sudden he's up front holding the ball up, letting them run off him. You even get him running back to our own half, chasing the ball back, and then he's up in their half. And that goes to show for his goal. If you do watch that back, he was near the middle of the pitch and start making a run while Salah was on the ball. I think Salah had a little bit of a bad touch. I don't think that he meant to pass that to Bobby Firmino, but then Bobby Firmino first time shot into the bottom corner. Can't argue with that. Although, was it really bottom corner? That's debatable. It was definitely too far across for Pope to get to it though. Bobby Firmino gets a 9, man of the match. So that'd be my ratings. If I did miss any ratings, because I can't remember if I gave everyone a rating or I just spoke about them and then didn't give them a number. But yeah, let me know your ratings. Let me know your player ratings down below. So that puts Liverpool top of the league, 4 games played, 2 points ahead of Man City. And was it 3 goals? No, it's 2 goals behind. 2 goals behind Man City goal difference. So looking like a good season so far. And I'm sorry, I just have to say this again. Was it a deflection for Trent's goal or assist? Was it? Was it really? Would it have still have gone in? Would it have still have went that way, or was it just a completely bad deflection? Because all the angles I've seen it didn't look too much of a bad deflection. Okay, it did hit his back, but would it have still went towards goal anyway? Please let me know in the comment section below. So guys, that's my player ratings and review of the game so far. That's just how I seen it. Obviously, you may have seen it differently. You may give them a different rating. You may give them a different number. Whatever it may be, please let me know in the comment section down below. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, show some support. Thanks very much. I'll see you in the next video.